Shockwave. Are you ready? Woo! Well then let's rock Valhalla!
Live. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and if you watched my one review for this week, you'll know I've been down with a kidney stone since Sunday night. I don't know, the days all kind of run together. Monday and Tuesday are completely gone. Wednesday, I was feeling a little bit better that morning. I shot a review, went back down Wednesday afternoon, and then today I'm just hungry, waterlogged, and sore. Very, very sore. If you've never had a kidney stone, it's like somebody with golf shoes standing on your lower back, just kind of twisting, but happy about it. They're just like, oh, I like causing you pain. Oh, I'm gonna go away for a minute. Is that it? Nope, I'm back. No, 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 no. Okay, I have an appointment. I'm gonna go away. God, I hope it's gone now. So I'm not up to 100%, but I'm not at 0%, and that makes me happy. I'm up. I don't want to be in bed. I want to talk about some toys because there's been some stuff this week. It's not Wonder Festival, which isn't until Sunday. It's not Toy Fair, which is not until next weekend. But there's still some stuff here and there. Let's talk about that. Warm myself out doing that. This may have come about before last week's weekly, but I just noticed it. I've been compiling stuff today. But that would be the Bandai America Dragon Ball Dragon Stars Wave 9. Now this consists of Frieza with some extra hands. It's in his first form. It has Piccolo, this is the cool one. Even though I have the model kit, I may still be tempted by this. And then there's Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which I skipped in model kit form, so again, this may be a little bit tempting. And then for Wave 10, there's Android 17 with a couple sets of hands. There's Cell, and then there's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now you know we're gonna get Goku over and over in his different forms. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I think my problem with this line is you just get extra hands. You don't get effects. Even though some of the hands are made to look like they're holding effects, they don't come with them. But these are a whole lot cheaper and easier to get than the model kit line, or especially some of the SH Figuarts figures. Articulation isn't as nice as those, but the character selection is surpassing both lines quickly. And all in all, it's just a cheaper alternative for the people who don't want to buy imports or put model kits together. They're up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store right now. Wave 9 is the first quarter of this year, and then Wave 10 is the second quarter. Okay, this is a little oddity. This may not be the final product, or it may just be a sample. It may be something that's not happening, even though we've seen hints of it in a Target computer before. But apparently the lead singer of Coheed and Cambria's wife posted a picture on her Instagram timeline of what looks like a 2-pack of NECA's cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from San Diego a couple years ago. It's kind of cool, but it's not proof that they're coming out. It may just be like hey, we did this thing, I'm gonna give it to a friend of mine, and then nothing happens. But I have a feeling we're going to hear about it at Toy Fair next weekend. The pack shows Michelangelo and a foot soldier. Hell, if you don't have the set, that is a cool thing. It's going to get out there, maybe. Hopefully. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that people have been having trouble with lately are the 1990 movie versions that are coming to GameStop. I've been hearing all kinds of horror stories of people going to pick up their pre-order and the employees sold them to somebody else and the online orders are being canceled. Apparently there is more stock coming. NECA has made the run that GameStop wanted, but it looks like GameStop hasn't distributed all those yet. In fact, when I looked at the website this morning, the set of 4 was up for order again in stock, along with a single Donatello. Again, they ordered a lot of Donatellos because he's the best turtle. I don't know why you guys want to argue with me all the time over this. He's got the longest reaching weapon. He stays out of harm's way. Without Donatello, the turtles wouldn't have any kind of transportation. They'd probably be sleeping on the ground in a sewer. They wouldn't have any means of communication. They'd just be lost. They'd be lost without Donatello. They'd be okay not having a party all the time, Michelangelo. Or you could do without all the attitude, Raphael. Leonardo, I admit, pretty important. Every team needs some leadership, but leadership's nothing if you can only cover one block of the city. Did I order myself an extra Donatello? Shut up. Speaking of online listings, it looks like Mattel's DC Multiverse, we've heard a lot of rumors of it lately, of what may come out. We've seen Paul Mart's store drop some hints, and we just don't know. Again, Toy Fair next weekend. Hopefully we find out more. Mattel's not the greatest with sharing information at shows like this. They're just kind of corral you in, take your pictures, get the hell out. So I don't expect too much. I expect to see a lot of stuff, but not a lot of information. Either way, some internet sleuths found some numbers into the Walmart online site that shows some weird stuff for the Multiverse line. Mostly the Signature Collection, which is, based on movies. Although I don't think the Shazam Wizard is part of the Signature Collection. I think it's just a standard Multiverse release. Then we have the Batman and Robin Batman. And then from Batman Forever, we have Riddler and Robin. Finally, somebody makes a Robin. I'm so tired of companies skipping out on Robin. We get a lot of Batmans, not a lot of Robins. So no confirmation there, just some listings on a website, but it's cool to see that hopefully Mattel will take this last year before Spin Master takes over, or whatever happens there. I don't know. Again, Toy Fair, I know you're sick of hearing that. That's about the 15th time I've said Toy Fair in the past 10 minutes. But hopefully they just get everything they can out there. Just make one last ditch effort. It looks like the Mezco 1/12 Collective Warrior set will go up for pre-order Saturday. Well, tomorrow. Today's Friday. 4 figures, $275, ships sometime between December and March of next year, but Mezco, it may be after that. It probably is. And according to the countdown, it'll be at noon Central tomorrow, which is, let me make sure, I don't want to put out any bad information, 1 Eastern, 11 Mountain, 10 Pacific. Time zones are so hard. My brain doesn't work. Boop. Also this week, Mezco revealed their 1/12 Collective Captain Marvel. Looks pretty good. I hear a lot of complaints about the female body. I do not have one yet, but this may be my first one. And I hate to tell you why, because you're like, why buy your 15th Captain Marvel just because you like the skin texture and the lip sculpt? I don't know, man. I don't know why that's jumping out at me. It just looks, it looks great. Plus, I love the helmet look and the mohawk. Something about it it looks amazing. And also, before you even look, this is totally fake. This was on Facebook. I saw it. I thought it was real at first, and then I realized, no, there's no way. But it gives us a good idea of what could be a variant, and I just like the Star Force look, so I thought I'd show it. It gave Mezco an excuse to make an extra, an exclusive, and there's nothing wrong with that. Every company doing Captain Marvel is doing this. Like Bandai, they're doing a Star Force variant. They haven't solicited it yet, but they have solicited their standard Captain Marvel. But there has been a change in the past week with it. For some reason, Bandai went back and photoshopped the face on the original promotional pictures. Now, I don't know if this means they're updating the print or just doing something different with it, but honestly, I don't think this looks as good as the original pictures. Plus, does it give us a good idea of what the final product will really look like if they're just photoshopping the original shots? I think if they just made the change, released the product, and then, it looked different from the promotionals, what figure doesn't do that? I mean, when we look at it, it's like, this doesn't look like the promotional shots. What the hell's this? Not that it's some big conspiracy or anything, but the hair's also been changed color-wise. And I don't know if they're trying to get closer to the final. I don't know. It's just an odd thing. Then we get into something that I really do not want to get into, but the more I see, the more I like, and that's Transformers Siege from Hasbro. Oh my god, they are looking so fantastic, and the new stuff is no different. Impactor was the winner of the 2018 fan vote. It's just a chunky robot, looks cool. I'm not too familiar with it. I'm a G1 guy, and he may have been in G1, I don't know, but it's been a long time. He's deluxe class. He stands at 5.5 inches tall, but that leads into Titan class Omega Supreme. And to rehash the joke from earlier in the week, you know what the difference between Omega Supreme and Omega is, right? Sour cream. I need to go back to bed. The thing is 2 feet tall. I haven't been buying the Hasbro stuff, so I don't know what Metroplex was like or any of the other bigger figures, but I hear 2 feet tall in my head, and it's like, oh, man, That's as big as my Toys Alliance figures. And that'll look damn impressive with the rest of the Siege line. That also includes Micromaster Countdown. Deluxe Class Mirage, again, 5.5 inches tall. Comes with 3 weapon accessories, looking classic as all hell, but I don't think he turns invisible. And this is one of the ones that attempts to break me. That's the Commander Class Jetfire. Remember I said Mirage looks classic as all hell? Man, this is the figure I wanted back in the day when I was, when the cartoon was actually on. I had nothing against the Jetfire or Skyfire or whatever figure we got, but this, yes, it's got cracks, it's got extra detail and stuff, but the basic form of it, it's the cartoon. It's G1. 11 inches tall and comes with a plethora of weapons. And all that converts it into combat mode, which I'm not familiar with. I'm not into that. I've seen the Shockwave with all his armor and stuff on. It's cool. It's okay. It adds to playability. But for me, the base figure is what I would be after if I were buying this line. You trying to catch me. Jetfire would be $80 with an August 1st release, along with Omega Supreme, who is $160, same release date. And then Impactor and Mirage will both release in, what did I say? What did I write down? October for $20. I've committed myself to the Toys Alliance mega figures, and they release once a year, if that. They're big, they kind of fit with my 6-inch display, my other stuff, my Marvel Legends. But man, Hasbro is doing a fantastic job with this Siege line. I'll be at Walmart and I'll sand the Megatron and the Optimus Prime and the Sideswap and the Hound that I keep running across every time I go. I stand them all on the shelf and I look at them all beside each other and I think, they look amazing together. Why am I not buying this line? It's stupid. I'm such a hardcore G1 fan and I've been waiting years and years and years for perfect G1 stuff. I was into Masterpiece, kind of drifted away because of price point and just couldn't keep up. Why am I not getting this? Boy, I'd be all in if they announced a Soundwave. God! Oh man, it's gonna be an expensive year. Have you heard of the Kyoto Amazing Yamaguchi Marvel Bleeding Edge Iron Man? Here's a new picture. Kinda. Okay, he added a little effect to it. But what's getting me in this picture is how close the arms come together. And I'm gonna talk about this every week until this finally releases because I'm so damn excited for it. Good Smile, Figma, Overwatch, Mercy. Now when Hasbro revealed theirs, we were all wondering, why hasn't Good Smile Company made a Mercy? They've made a lot of the other characters from Overwatch. Mercy just seems like a shoe-in, And here they are, revealing it a week before Toy Fair, and Hasbro's probably gonna have some big to-do for their Overwatch line. Conspiracy? I don't know. The timing's weird. I don't know a lot about Overwatch, so just, it's got several sets of hands. It's got a couple of faces. It has smiling and blaster, staff. The end of the staff opens up, and then there's effect parts to attach to the wings, which makes it look even better with the little flow out. $75 doesn't release until December of this year. So even though they're slipping the solicitation in before Hasbro can make their big presentation, maybe next weekend, Toy Fair, Hasbro may beat them to market with the actual figure in hand before December. So who knows? Crazy Overwatch game. I can't keep up. And then also from Figma, Taito, the publisher of the original Space Invaders game, posted the prototype for the Figma Space Invader creature. Now this is based on the side of the original arcade cabinet with the guy coming out red, black, and it just looks like a fantastic sculpt. A lot of detail packed in there for what seems to be a pretty flat representation on the side of the arcade cabinet. Not to mention all the articulation that looks to be packed into the kind of a shapeless form. It's gonna be really interesting to see this in color, how they do the red and black, or if they do it in red and black, or I don't know. But this opens up all kinds of possibilities like Centipede or Galaga, but if you're not into classic video games, if this were big enough and maybe with a repaint, this could be a stand-in for the Marvel Zax. Maybe? But the tweet also says more at Wonderfest this weekend. And that is it for news this week. But speaking of Wonder Festival, last week I said it was running this weekend. Apparently it's only running Sunday overseas. So we'll start seeing stuff Saturday night, Saturday afternoon. We may see some setup shots tonight, tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing some cool import stuff before having to get ready for some show next week that I don't know. But with that, we may do a quickie Sunday. Who doesn't like a little quickie Sunday? Go over some of that, maybe get back into a regular schedule unless somebody comes kicking me with a golf shoe again sometime this weekend. We'll see what happens. So if you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, why am I sweating so much? Am I running fever? Great. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.